Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. So in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and pull cards the traditional manner of selecting your reading, and we will get going here. Unless my sage won't burn, right? It's what happens when you pour water on stuff and don't probably douse it properly. There we go. All right. Get a little sagey sage going on here and see what the cards have to say. Today we're going to be using this deck that has been shelved for a while. I think it's John Holland's deck. They have two decks mixed. Anyways, show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see for palette number one. Show me what I need to see for palette number two. And last but not least, show me what I need to see for palette number three. And show me now. All right, these are going to be the selections. Palette number one, heartache and loss. Pile number two, recognition and reward. And pile number three, obstacles and challenges. Again, pile 1, 2, and 3. I'll see you at your pile. Hi, pile number one. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and we're here to do another pick a card reading. So if you chose pile number one, this message is for you. Also, I want to thank you repeat offenders for showing up. And for those of you that are brand new to my channel, thanks for stopping in. Much appreciated. First thing I want to say, heartache and loss. So pile number one, you could be undergoing, obviously, heartache and loss. This is almost a vibe of the Three of Swords in my mind. And I look at how her hands are positioned almost. It's almost like trying to get that energy collective from her heart chakra and pointing it at the earth in order to allow Mother Earth to really transmute it. Obviously, a lot of clouds behind her head right here. Maybe you have been in a brain fog, maybe you've been suffering deeply. Okay, I just caught a card flip. We'll address that in a moment. Maybe you feel like you've been buried in almost like a deep well or in some kind of a cavern, cave, something like that. So I feel regardless of what's going on, that's obvious that you are feeling very isolated. You're trying to gain clarity because this tells me so. You're also trying to release some of the heartache, heartbreak. And you're also, because this is ruled by blue, the throat chakra, I feel like maybe you're even trying to formulate your truth or speak on what it is that you have suffered from or you are suffering from, because I do feel like it's present tense actually. Pardon me. You could be somebody who, as of right now, has gone through major deep depression, and you're taking time out to yourself to really kind of reflect on those things. And I feel like you are getting clarity, okay? So I feel like these clouds are kind of imitating the clouds up here. And I feel like you are having some type of collaboration, cooperation with Spirit because of, honestly, when we get broken down, when we get beat up from the street up, when we get hurt, to the point where there are just no words, or even if you're somebody who prays, like prayer seems like you can't even speak words. It's very difficult to relate to other people, to allow people in, perhaps. Or even if you do, I feel like they're not even going to understand, because I mean, we can say, well, yeah, I kind of understand, but everybody's grief is really strictly their own. Behind the walls right here, I almost feel like these are like drawings. Is it hieroglyphics? I'm not sure. But anyways, I almost see like an animal back here, on top of some kind of a ball, almost like a monkey, and some faces. So it could seem like maybe even perhaps there's a situation where you feel like you're being mocked, okay? And honestly, I don't think that that's true. I think that those are wounds from the past coming up for you, but we're going to find out a little bit more about that. Now, if you're undergoing this energy, and then definitely super sorry about that. And just like I said before, I mean, I definitely understand, but I mean, everybody is in tune with their own heartache, and we can only understand, I guess, in a limited fashion, right? What's going to really help you overcome this right here, and this is not even the reading that I started out wanting to do. I just wanted to do something really light, but here we are again. It's not happening. So I feel like that clarity is coming to you. I think mental agility. I think that your reward with going in here, almost like becoming part of a cocoon, or going within, or going deep within your inner self and things like that. I feel like you're going to find your crown of glory with the truth, and it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of sitting in there with yourself, a lot of examining things, and what patterns have we ourselves played in the role that caused this heartache, or allowed the heartache, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it wasn't even like no fault of ours, but whatever the case is, I feel like you are undergoing a deep examination thereof. Okay, now this King of Wands right here actually was flipped, and I put him back in the deck, and I started shuffling again, but he wants to come out. And so the King of Wands is just about finding your inner fire, your mojo, feeling almost like alive again, because I mean, look at how different these two pictures are. So I definitely feel like you are transmuting this energy, and I feel like you're going to have a glow up very shortly. And I know it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel. But really, the light is within your mind with gaining clarity. I feel like there's been a lot of confusion within your mind, okay? So the King of Wands is here. Maybe somebody else involved has a lot of fire. Fire energy. This could be a boss, a dad, or just someone in your energetic field. You could have lost a spouse or someone dear to you. So any of those could apply. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1, please. Why is the Ace of Swords here? What is this clarity about regarding heartache and loss? We just want to know how to feel, how to move forward. And show me now. Death. So a major change. This could be literally somebody passed away, or this can be actually just a major change in a relationship, a relocation, situationship, whatever the case may be. It is completely different than what it used to be, and there is a need to accept change and go with the flow. I almost feel like this is like an hourglass that the Death card has here as well, and it's like, yeah, it's time that things change. It's time that things, you know, because sometimes people, not that I know a lot about this, they burn land and shrub and things like that in order to really help clear the area, but also to kind of like rejuvenate the soil and things like that. But anyways, so I'm sorry I laughed. I was thinking about a time when I actually put out a fire in white pants, and then I had to relight it because they were actually, yeah, deliberately burning the area. So here we are. Why is the King of Wands here? For pile number 1, show me why the King of Wands is here, please. Show me now. The Moon. So you are clearly, it sounds like a riddle, clearly in the dark about what transpired, how things transpired. I feel like there's a lot of things that need to come to the surface, and I do feel like you are going to get clarity. You're going to gain the truth and ultimately be able to surface out of this period of solitude. Show me more about what is changing, please. For the heartache and loss, show me more. For pile number 1, please. Show me now. The 8 of Pentacles. So maybe somebody stopped putting work and effort into you, or the other way around, or maybe perhaps you're even looking and seeing and thinking, well, why have I put so much effort and there was a sudden change in the situation? I feel like it's, yeah, look, death, and then we have the world. It's an incredible change, major change. We have the Page of Cups, so it could be a child, somebody who's younger than you. The Queen of Pentacles, and then the Tower right here. So first of all, I'm going to leave these here because I definitely saw them, and I take pretty much all the cards I see when they flip over. So what I'm going to say is this could have to do with like a coming of age of someone, like somebody who used to act in a way that was like childish for you. It could be you having to let go of a child who's maturing and becoming their own person. But whatever it is shaking your foundation to the core. Things are not the same. And indeed, I mean, we create children. I don't know if that's a great way to put it, but we have children ideally for them to become independent, to be their own people, and for us to really help them be equipped to live their lives. And so I know personally I have a 19-year-old, and so that's something I'm working on, and yeah, it's painful, but I do understand that, like, you know, he's not my little child anymore. And so it's a challenge, okay? So I'm going to take these 2 cards here. So what I'm seeing right here is that 2 things that are really making it more difficult in this whole situation for you is 6 of Cups, nostalgia. I wish that things were the way they were before. I wish we could go back to yesterday. I want things not to change. I want them to be the same. This is a mindset. And then the Hierophant. This is almost like, well, we've always done it this way. This is how it's done, and why do things have to change? But with the 5, interestingly enough, 5 is all about change, isn't it? So I feel like you definitely have the keys at your feet in order to bust free from this situation, to help heal from this heartache. Now, it's only going to take as long as you take in order to be in this cocoon and really seek the help that you need. I feel like even if you need professional help, I'm all for it. I love, you know, therapy and all of that. I think it's critical anyways, but you know, everybody has their own opinion. Now, word of caution right here, this Hierophant right here, this is old school, this is old establishment, this is how we've done it in the family for years, this is how we've always interacted, whatever the case may be, and they've got a long list of expectations. This is on your side of things. You have the keys at your feet, but I'm noticing how her finger right here is glowing. So you're going to want to really be careful if you start pointing fingers in whatever this matter is. You can really exacerbate and further alienate things or people, or make things worse, okay? So I know that, you know, you're undergoing a lot of heartache and heartbreak right now. Changes, major endings. I mean, the foundation is completely shaken to the core, no doubt about that. But it could get worse, okay? So I definitely feel like there is, the smoothest way is to go ahead and accept change as it happens. Nothing is like sure or constant in so much as, like, you know, taxes and death. At least that's what we've been told. So it's going to be really, really important that you get in touch with your feelings and try to really transmute them and really even see what part that you played in that. If it is a situation where the person is obviously alive and you know, something transpired that could be done about it. Now, to somebody who passed, then, you know, obviously it's going to take a different kind of work. And maybe there's a mystery about how they passed, where, you know, what happened. Did they do something because they were overzealous or thrill seekers that really caused this passing, wishing that things would be the way they were. And once somebody passes, there's nothing we can do about that. And again, you know, the hierarchy, or even like higher learning, okay, that's going to really help you. Ultimately, in any situation, higher learning is going to really help you. So I feel like this clarity, having a clear mind is going to be really critical. So I would definitely recommend staying away from foods that really kind of pollute and deposit garbage in your body, which I struggle with. But also, you know, drinks and any alcohol or any substances that would alter how you are feeling, because medicating at this point is only going to make things worse. You will stay in this cave longer, that's a guarantee. Okay, and you could even make it worse by doing that. So while I definitely understand the desire to kind of want to run away or kind of separate from that pain a little bit, I think doing so would be a huge mistake. So things are going to be coming to the light soon. I feel like maybe even by the next full moon. Okay, words of encouragement for palette number 1. This is a really heavy read. So how can we encourage? What do we need to know? Look, healing hands. Are we not talking about healing? You're able to use universal energy with your hands to help people alleviate spiritual, physical, or mental suffering and clear energies or blockages. And I think that falls directly in line with what it is that we're discussing here. Even the fact that she has a glowing finger here. And this is the School of Higher Learning as well. So trying healing modalities, maybe seeing a Reiki healer or healing yourself as well. And yes, it is possible. There's YouTube videos on it as well. You can ask Spirit to show you. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to really help remove this heartache, okay? So sound therapy, a lot, aromatherapy, all of it combined, tapping. What else would help? Our palette number 1, please. Man, and I definitely feel for you. You know, it's rough. What else can help? Palette number 1. Show me now. Catalyst. You're someone that evokes progress and change in people, making them aware that something could be better, leaving them forever changed. So maybe this is a situation that you feel forever changed. Maybe someone was a catalyst in your life. It caused a lot of suffering, but it's going to bring about major change in a good way. I know it doesn't feel like this at all right now. I feel like this could even awaken healing in you of old. I feel like all of this cave thing is a lot of old pain as well. Show me more of what would help. Pile number 3 to know, do or see whatever they need, please. Did I say 3? Pile 1, so sorry. Maybe I have a connection to pile 3. I haven't even done it yet. So pile 1, what can help? My pile 1 in this predicament and this heartache and this depression. Show me now. Hypnotic. There's an intensity in your face, like staring into a tiger's eyes. Primal energies with a whisper of chaos and passion, producing a sense of excitement in others. Well, talk about who's lost right now. Okay, more help for my palette number 1. Show me now. Hello. Persuasive. You have the power of making people give to you and build deep connections, making it easy to get what it is that you wish. Now, again, I'm going to say, be very careful with this pointing. It has a controlling vibe. This is like fall in line, toe the line, do things as I want them to. If you carry this energy, it's not going to get you anywhere. But you do have the ability to persuade. I think I would suggest that you kind of self-check and see that perhaps you persuaded people in a manner that caused some of this heartache, okay? That power of persuasion can be used for positive or negative, just food for thought. Oh, wow, okay. And uninhibited. You are unbridled, erotic energy. Wait, yeah, it's purest tantalizing form, having the ability to help others release sexual fears and be more authentic in their sexual expression. Okay, so maybe, oh, that is so cool. It's like an octopus right there. But anyways, maybe you guys are into like sex magic or sexual magic. Boss, you have your shit together. Being precisely who you are and in hot pursuit of your goals. That they captivate and inspire others, okay? Yeah, no doubt that you are definitely very captivating and very persuasive. I would just be careful not to repeat the same things that got you in this here before. Warrior, you have a warrior spirit and afraid to face conflict and challenges, while at the same time remaining committed to the path of goodwill and fairness. Interesting. Let's read that again. You have a warrior spirit, not afraid to face conflict and challenges, while at the same time remain committed to a path of goodwill and fairness. So I think that's it. Just making sure that you remain true, not only to yourself, but even true to, you know, everything changes, cycles change, people change as well. Not trying to be so much of a control freak, perhaps, letting go and seeing where things naturally fall. The more you fight against it, I think the worse it's going to go for you, but you are boss. So if you had a doubt, if you were feeling any type of way, it really, I want to say ultimately it doesn't have anything to do with you directly, even though it affected you in a major direct way. And I feel like part of that is attachment. So there seems to be a lot of a deep attachment here. And so once you let go of something like that, something is going to come and fill that void, because the universe doesn't like anything blank, like a blank slate, or, you know, it's going to put something energetically in its place. So I feel like once we kind of clear this up, this heaviness, I feel like your heartache will ease up. I think that you'll be more optimistic. You'll have clarity of mind, of thought, and also about being boss right here. And then we have the sword above your mind. I feel like things will be a lot clearer, and you'll feel a lot more in control than even you were before. So I do feel like the persuasiveness maybe hasn't been used to the best of your abilities. Okay, I would just be careful how you persuade people. That's just a word of caution. Anyways, if you like this type of reading, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much again, and namaste. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. Pile number 2, this is your reading. So pile number 2, you chose recognition and renewal. First of all, I'd like to thank you repeat offenders for stopping in once again, for being patient with me, as it's been a while since I have posted. For those of you that are just stopping by my channel out of curiosity, to lurk, or any other reason, no worries, welcome as well. I hope that all of you receive exactly what it is that you are seeking. A little sagey sage to clear the vibe. And here we go. So we have recognition and reward. I have somebody who is maybe even being pedestaled. I have high honor, of course. I have success. I have this even beam of light coming through on the crown chakra. It is very warm, very inviting. I feel like you could be somebody right now who is about to receive some major recognition if you haven't already. Now I just had a jump card. Jumping, baby. King of Swords. Yeah. So I feel like, okay, we're going to get more clarification on this, but this is about gaining clarity. Maybe other people are gaining clarity. Maybe there's another person recognizing you for all of your achievements, for your hard work. Also, I feel like humility, your willingness to roll up your sleeves and get things done. I feel like also, for some of you, there is no, like, you don't have a complaining spirit, and I think that that's highly recognized, even if it's not been spoken about prior. So I'm here to tell you that's a big deal. I'm also like really drawn to these peaks in the background, which I've actually, I don't believe I've ever spoken about that before. So I'm looking at the pyramids, and I feel like there is an elevation or ascension or recognition that you are definitely on a path. I feel like almost like you're surprised to find yourself there, but not really. You've been working really, really hard, and you're just like one foot in front of the other. But I feel like there's a little bit of surprise, but a lot of humility, and I love that energy. I just feel like it's so healthy and so not the status quo in what we see in society. Okay. With the King of Swords, this king is just at rest, super intellectual. You could be an engineer, you could be a scientist, you could be a doctor, you could be geologist, mathematician, you could be whatever. Okay, I heard Scientology, so I know it's totally not the same thing as science. Well, anyways, but the religion Scientology, so I don't know, that's for somebody, right? But I am being drawn right here, not only to this blade, he's just at perfect rest. I have the buzzard here, the vulture, and this is a vulture that's going to pick off, you know, all the bones, all the meat off the bones, and just make sure that there's nothing left. They are definitely survivalists. They are, and maybe someone around you, or maybe you are like a survivalist. Maybe you've been through a lot of crap and you are just now receiving the achievement, the recognition that you have been wanting. I feel like it feels very warm, very good, very almost like, I don't feel like you strived. Is that a word? You were striving, whatever, for recognition per se. I just feel like you have a really pure soul in a lot of ways, and that the recognition is well warranted. For one of you, maybe two of you, I feel like you've been taking care of your family, and it's been maybe even a thankless task, but you've been doing it unconditionally, like I'm just here to, you know, take care of business. Sorry, I'm just trying to, I saw a hand actually reaching down, and I was trying to figure out what it was reaching down to. It's reaching out down into water, like emotion. So it could be actually somebody who is so into like, let's get this done, let's fix this, let's, you know, task oriented. I'm picturing even climbing the pyramids, or, you know, climbing the ladder, whatever this is that you have received so much recognition for, which I don't want to take that away from you, but I feel like there's been disconnect with your heart, with the heart chakra. And actually interesting that this is red. I'm getting confirmation on my right side of my body, and that is typically male. So I feel like if you're a male watching this, I feel like this is for most of my male audience, all two of you. I feel like you guys have been really disconnected with your heart chakra, and I think perhaps something happened recently, or in the recently is a relative term, isn't it? I'm just going to say within, I don't know, the past month or the past 2 months, where you're actually reaching in your hand, your own hand, into the water, and meaning that you're getting more in touch with your emotion. And with reaching into that emotion, I feel like it's something you've perhaps avoided before, because there was so much to do that you felt like if you got your emotions entangled in things, that you would not be productive, you would not be able to achieve, to even get to where you needed to be. Okay, and I happen to glance down, so I'm going to give this one to you as well. So this could have something to do with cutting through a lot of the BS. I feel like you've been able to cut through a lot of the BS. And oh, by the way, I do feel like you're also recognizing that this achievement did not come not cheaply, but it also came at the expense of your emotional evolution, your emotions, some way, somehow. And what I mean by that is you took your emotions and you shelved them. You're like, yep, I'll deal with you later. Or it's a feeling. Let's put it there and move on. That kind of a thing. And I know that feeling. I live that life. So with the Fool here, I feel like this is even about taking a leap of faith. I want to kind of point out, I love the background, how these little vines or whatever they are, it's almost like forming like a little hypnotic thing going on here. And then you have the fox and the cat right here to kind of, you know, go, hey, watch your step, that kind of a thing. You could also be a dancer. I heard smooth talker. You could be a smooth talker, I don't know. But you are headed to somewhere where it's going to make you feel a lot more secure than you are now. And I feel like maybe perhaps you're even, oh gosh, okay. I know better than to put these upside down because I have to take them before I'm ready. But I feel like you may be cutting things out of your life, excuse me. And that could be actually really emotional. That could have maybe even triggered this like awakening or something. You're cutting things out from your life that just doesn't serve its purpose. And perhaps even you have your eye on a vulture, like maybe somebody was taken from you and never given anything in return. This could be somebody who, when you give, then they're willing to swoop down and take even more than that. Now, vultures have, you know, kind of a dualistic side about them, to where, yeah, they clean the carcass in order that, you know, we don't deal necessarily, ideally anyways, with a stench or with, you know, decaying flesh, with flies and all that stuff. So, I mean, there's a positive to that as well. But I feel like this person who is always like kind of watching what it is that you do, that they always want more than you want to give, more than you can give. And it seems like they always kind of get their way. They're very, it's almost like when you're feeling weak or feeling downtrodden or feeling a certain way, you don't have peace. You get in contact with this, because then no sooner than you start kind of feeling something, this person swoops down and grabs from you. So no wonder you don't want to be in your emotions, okay? I feel like you're leaving that, whatever that case may be. I feel like you're following your intuition. You're like, the hell with that, I'm out of here. Now, the Five of Pentacles, this could also talk about leaving something in the past, or this could talk about you ghosted somebody, somebody ghosted you, either way. Feeling like there's nowhere to be but out in the cold, okay? Now, the traditional tarot, it's like a church and stained glass window, and there's a lot of warmth coming through. Presumably, they could just open up the church doors and have some warmth as well. But this is like a Five of Pentacles. It's a stubbornness. It's like, okay, I'm not communicating. That's it. Or somebody cut you off. You cut somebody off. Or this is referencing the person that you are desiring to cut off. Whatever the case may be. I feel like maybe that is even part of like your glow up or your recognition that you have parted from a situation. Because this, sorry, I'm all over the place, you guys. This king seems very comfortable with that vulture there. It's like, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I have a sword. But by the same token, do you really need to choose a vulture for a companion? I mean, seriously, birds of a feather, my friends. So keep in mind that who we choose to surround ourselves with is inevitably who we become or who we really essentially are. That's what I believe. Eight of Wands, I'm like, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that you've been around this vulture, allowed this vulture around you. In some way, somehow you didn't compromise. You didn't give in. You weren't worse for the wear because of that, because I don't feel like that is you at your core, okay? That's why I feel like you're taking a leap of faith, you're taking off, maybe you are ghosting this person or leaving them out in the cold. Then we have the Eight of Wands, so we'll see what that is about. This could be travel, this could be communication, or a barrage of communication. Now, I don't feel like it is with this person that you ghosted or ghosted you, whatever the case may be. I'm going to put that right here because I don't know what's going on there. Only you know your life. I got to take a peek and make sure it's still within the frame. Okay, but so I don't feel like that is part of this communication, because you're breaking communication with someone. Okay, so the Eight of Wands can stand for, look, even the moon, full moon is rising, so something about like maybe the next full moon, things are becoming clear, you're making decisions. I feel like you're going to feel renewed and more optimistic. You're leaving this heaviness, even though you have recognition and reward. It's been hard earned. I do not like, I just feel like you're ascending, okay? I don't, you know, there's nothing that anyone can say to really even express what you're going through. I do feel like my heart and my throat chakra, it's almost like painful, like I don't want to really speak on it, things like that. But with the Eight of Wands, I feel like this is a lot of, look at this mermaid is just gorgeous. Her tail is tattered. She's been through some ish. She's been maybe even beat up from the street up. She don't care. She's enjoying her moment in the water, enjoying the rocks, enjoying basking on the warmth of those rocks. She's even enjoying her tangled hair. She's enjoying her tattered tail. Like, there's nothing but just happy, pure bliss, living in the moment, like being comfortable in his or own skin, and maybe even communing with nature. And I feel like these Eight of Wands is maybe even saying that maybe perhaps you need to embody part of this energy too, is relishing in who you are and basking in your own body, in your own glory. I hate to say it that way because this is like recognition, like glory almost to me implies like other people giving you praise, kudos, whatever. But this is just like relishing you for you, that kind of a thing. Also communication, okay? So you could be communicating with somebody who's at distance. Most of the time this is indicative of love messages back and forth or excitement or whatever, but I feel like you are moving towards a situation that gives you peace of mind and also makes you feel free and also makes you feel safe, like more grounded. Okay, so whatever that is, if it's a job, it's a person, if it's relocation, then I feel like you are moving on to something that is just more organic. Okay, although, you know, it could be argued that the vulture's organic too. I mean, who am I to say? Okay, moving on. Listen, get a grip. Okay, we want this one apparently. Seven of Pentacles. So you're in a place right now where you are looking at how much time and energy you have put into this situation, how much you put into, like these stripes, this, I heard color, but this, I don't know, metal or whatever, this necklace metal thingamajiggy is hard earned, okay? So you put a lot of time, effort, energy, blood, sweat, tears, and I feel like there is a moment where you might even like mentally, physically, emotionally collapse and feel like I put all of this into something and it gave me nothing. They continue taking and taking and taking, with no remorse, with no signs of stopping, with no respect, no nothing. And I feel that to my core. The good news is that that realization is what elevates you. I also feel like you could even be having moments of your crown chakra, like awakening, which can physically feel like number one, actually having headaches, maybe even vertigo, and of course if you're having issues like that, definitely go get checked out by a doctor, make sure it's not like a medical condition thing. But these could be signs of ascension as well. Make sure that you stay hydrated is the message I'm getting. Grounding maybe and earthing might be really, really helpful for you. But this could, the realization that you've just spent so much on a situation, on a person or whatever, and they continue taking from you, can really just freaking render you almost, you might have message in pile number one as well, okay? So I feel like your transformation is huge. I heard metamorphosis. Okay, why is this Eight of Wands here? Let's get to the good stuff, please, because this is getting heavy. I feel for you. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Show me now. The King, oh, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and we have a different bird here. I like this bird better for you. Actually, I kind of like these buzzards here as well. Shh, don't tell nobody. They're just kind of cool to look at. Interesting. So even this person is like on their knees and putting up like one pentacle. And it's interesting because we go in from I'm cutting off all the BS, I'm taking a leap of faith, a chance, into like almost like getting down on one knee, and it's like not proposing or anything like that, but it's just like, okay, I'm willing to, you know, kind of visit and give maybe the right people a chance. Maybe I have earned my discernment. I have learned my lesson. I actually trust myself. And when my gut says hell to the no, when my eyeballs say, hey, they're taking more than their fair share, hey, they're not contributing, hey, they never give a damn thing back to me, I know how to put a stop to that stuff. I'm not going to get so entangled that I cannot get out of it. So I feel like this is about self-trust, self-worth. Is self-trust a thing? But it is. So I feel like that's even a major part of your glow up in your victory and your ascension as well. Okay, Justice right here, bottom of the deck. So I feel like again you're achieving the majority of your balance. I feel like the Justice has forgive me for laughing, my brain is like faulty, okay? But even with the Justice, okay, these girls are wearing red, and first of all I think, okay, like security and things like that, like safety and, you know, home and hearth and root chakra and all those things like that, and of course the blood force. But then you have a reference to the sacral chakra, which is sensuality, which is, I mean, I don't even know your life. You could be involved in like BDSM or something like that. Not for me to judge. I'm gonna flip this over. But what I'm going to say about this is it could be that with the Justice card, you could be weighing two different situations, two different people. And not that I think you have captains. I hope you don't, because you're going to get in big trouble if you do. But unless it's a consensual captive. All right, my brain is like veering off. Get a grip. Okay. So what I'm going to say right here is that I feel like you could be judging between two people and weighing things. Who is more fair? Who has a balanced transactional relationship with me? That was really awkward how to put it, but and maybe you don't even know like how to define or how to word it or what it is that you're weighing. Maybe it's the first time because you're such a giver that you're accustomed to just, wow, that's how I do, and you never really examined it before. So these are all elements that could be coming to the forefront. Now, not only are you looking for security, like security within, and you know what is good for you, and the 3 is cooperation as well, by the way. I feel like you are looking for a sacral chakra. What is it that makes you feel good? Makes you feel even okay, because sensuality is just all, it sounds like it's all sex, but I mean it can be, but I feel like it's more than that. It's like where it could be really sensual to have like really nice sheets, or wear a really nice outfit, a really nice dress, or like the material could really be super sensual, or having a meal could be really sensual, or lighting could be super sensual. You know, just getting involved with your senses, like what is pleasing to you, what is pleasing to your ears, what is it that creates great harmony in you, that causes you to relax? And I'm being led to that image once again of you sticking your hand in the water. Maybe it is like I'm sticking my hand in the water, a different type of relationship for the first time now that you are more awakened. So anyway, something about sensuality. So you could have a lot of things popping for you right now. I'm not going to lie. What else? You know what? I wasn't gonna do these, but I'm gonna do these because I feel like it's almost like a choice between two people. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the vulture here. I don't know what else to call them. Okay. Show me more about the vulture energy. Show me more about the vulture. For pile number 2, show me now. Extraterritorial. Yep. To an unhealthy extent. This vulture sees you as property, has you grabbed around the throat. And that's what I think you're finally seeing, and you are trying to free up your energy and any entanglement with that, okay? And notice that she's wearing red, and it's like, hey, it's mine, you know? It's almost like your property. Yeah. Show me more about the 8 of Wands. Oh, and I didn't even go to the Magician. Yeah, I think that you're bringing about like a whole different situation here. Oh, okay. So the Magician, this is like manifesting something that is more heart chakra sensitive. Look at all the green, obviously a ton of green here. But this is knowing that you have all the tools to put limits, tools to put boundaries, tools to put your hand in the water and get your hands wet, like with your emotions, okay? And knowing that you can only put a finger in if you want, or you can put 2 fingers in, or you can put your whole hand in the water. You don't have to stick your whole damn arm in it, and you sure as heck don't have to jump in if you don't want to, right? So that self-control and having that confidence that you're not going to get involved with another vulture. I will say that. Okay, anyways, I digress. So 8 of Wands, show me more about the 8 of Wands here. What is this, or who is this with all the communication, please? Show me now. You've touched my soul in every way, shape, and form. So this could be somebody that, I don't know, this could be somebody new, somebody that you used to date or be with that you've never actually gotten over. But there's something about them that I really even feel like they could have been a tower moment in your life. They could have caused a lot of shit to go down because it changed like your perception in a major way, where you thought it was like normal for vultures to always surround you and be pecking and pecking and pecking and like stuffing their gullets with whatever, your energy, your kindness, your love, your security, your property, first of all, your money, whatever the case may be. There was definitely an imbalance. And I feel like you are looking for balance right now, and you're not allowing that to happen. Now, for whatever reason, I feel like the chains are coming down or whatever, because maybe you met or talked to, or for some reason encountered or remembered a situation or person that really touched your soul and helped you to see differently, and maybe even perhaps think differently about what you deserve, about what is normal, about maybe even reevaluating, okay? Because I feel like you've been kind of plotting one foot in front of the other, and it's not a bad thing. I've done it. But at a certain point, it's good to reevaluate, and if you're not happy, you're not happy, right? Why is the Magician here, please? Why is the Magician here? For pile number 2, show me now. I'm deeply hurt by your betrayal. Interesting. We're going to have to get clarification on that. Clarifying. Let's use this deck right here. Show me what this is, please. I'm deeply hurt by your betrayal. Next to the Magician. So I feel like you could be really focusing on on this hurt? Well, you know, the vulture basically, and feeling some sort of way, but also we want to be careful that we're not focusing and projecting what that person did or does or whatever onto everyone else, because that can really put a stop to your progress. It's like, okay, you get to this line and then you're doing good, but then now everybody's the vulture, everybody wants something from you, that kind of a thing, which I understand that mentality as well. And you have the Page of Cups, so it could be an apology coming, or you want an apology from another person, but things are on the up and up. So I feel like, you know, things are definitely changing for you with Anubis right here. You know, this is almost like a, I guess, a god of the afterworld or cemetery or of the dead, however you want to look at it. But transmuting of change of things, like really, I feel like you've elevated, you have studied, you have grounded, you have observed, you have done whatever it is that you need to do in order to get the wheel in motion in your favor once again. And so there could be an apology here that you want, or that someone is going to come forth and give you. Show me more about this Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why I picked up this deck again. Show me more about the Wheel of Fortune. What is improving? Show me now. Dark reunion. Coming together and bad timing. Interesting. I have no idea what this is, but I don't know if this is like coming together, bad timing with you've touched my soul in every way, shape, and form. So it could be that, you know, whoever just kind of prompted or was a catalyst to help you kind of reevaluate or elevate or whatever the case may be. Maybe there's an apology there and things getting better. Okay, craving you, mind, body, and soul. I feel unworthy of you. A lot of emotions. Spirit is protecting you from me. I'm hiding my true feelings. So maybe you or another person are hiding your true feelings. Okay, what else? Good grief, I'm like dropping everything. I've been partying a lot to get you off my mind. And it felt sideways, so I feel like on and off, on and off. You could be undergoing like a transformational time also, where perhaps you might be even drinking more than usual or smoking weed or doing other substances. Whatever the case may be, I will never let go. Okay. The stake at the heart. Yeah, you're undergoing just a lot of pain. I mean, good grief. I would advise you to watch pile number 1. Anyways, whew. Okay. I'm cleansing myself from old habits. So I feel like this is you, more so than anything else, realizing that you were in a toxic connection and there is a need to go ahead and cleanse and kind of regroup and heal from this connection with the vulture and things like that before anything else can proceed. But Eight of Wands just, you know, tells me that things can move fairly quickly here as well. You want to definitely take your time to heal. I never advise people to get into relationships right after they've had like a major change in their life. It's just good to kind of take things slow and heal a little bit. So I hope that helped. If it did, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Much love to you. Namaste. Hi, pile number 3. This message is for thee. Thank you so much for your repeat offenders showing up once again. And for those of you brand new, stopping by, just check things out, to lurk or whatever. I hope you guys get everything that you came here for. And if not, then I hope that at least you are a little bit amused. All right, so we've got a little sage going on here. Pardon me. Obstacles and challenges. So first thing I'm going to say with this card, first thing I'm noticing is the blue water way down there. And a disconnect in the pavement, obviously. I need to step over in order to reach the other side. You could be having a lot of changes with number 5. Also a lot of messages of encouragement, but sporadic. So I feel like you could be in a deep place as well, like a dark place or a scary place. Okay, I feel like this can have some kind of correlation with pile number 1 as well. But I don't think it's as dark of a place. if that makes any sense. Somebody is having a problem with hair loss or like hair follicles that are clogged. I know that is like a weird message for somebody, or a breakage in the hair. Maybe you bleached your hair too much, like somebody we know, me, namely. But somebody about hair loss. Anyways, back on track. I'm going to say also with the circle right here, I feel like there is a real narrow, it's almost like a camera lens where you're just like zoomed in on this little crack where if you look, I mean, this person can just walk over easily. But you're focused on maybe a foundation that's cracked, a foundation that you need to move away from, and a fear of doing it. I even look at this like figure back here. It looks like it's got wings. It's flying. I don't even know what it is. I probably should, but I don't. And I'm just going to say that with this one step, you are going to feel like you are flying in a really good way, okay? So I think that things have come to a close right here. There is a need to move on. Obstacles and challenges. We're going to get a little bit more insight into this, but make no mistake, if you think that Spirit is here giving you messages, that you maybe heard, oh, this and that and the other, and you felt in your gut it was true, know that it did come from Spirit. Spirit will encourage you and let you know what right moves to make, okay? And also alert you to where the danger is. And in this case, danger is standing still. Don't stand still. What are the obstacles and challenges? Why is this card here? For pile number 3. What do we have for me? Show me now. Well, the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, okay? So these two major arcanas, by the way, major change. I feel like you or someone else is making a major judgment in your own life as to how things are going to progress, as to how things, it's almost like a reevaluating, but whatever judgment, I feel like you're picking you, as you should. I do feel like these hands, I've never noticed on the background, like pulling at these people in the cemetery. I feel like you could have people pulling on your energy or pulling you to stay, pulling you not to move forward with whatever it is that you've decided. And with this break, this could be a breakup, a shakeup. This could be a divorce. Whatever the case may be, I feel like you're going to wind up speaking your truth because of the blue water down there. You could have a connection to pile number 2, by the way. Actually, in pile number 1 as well, but totally up to you, of course. Wheel of Fortune. So things are on the upswing. Things are moving better. And what exactly transpired to get that wheel moving again? You made a judgment, and it was a fair and just judgment, and it was a difficult one. Perhaps there was a lot of old emotion, kind of, that prompted you to be at a standstill, not moving forward, and you did notice that brought a lot of obstacles. It brought a lot of stagnation. I feel like a lot of forest words. I wouldn't be surprised if that came up here. But anyways, okay. Obstacles and challenges. Show me more for pile number 3. Things are definitely in an upswing. I feel like you've studied, you evaluated, you, with surgical precision, have been able to spot exactly what it is out of balance in your life, and you're making a judgment, and it's a just judgment. It is not emotional, it is not unfair, but it has also placed you in a predicament where there's a little bit of fear to move. You have a little bit of paralysis of analysis, however that goes. Okay, moving on. Obstacles and changes for pile number 3. What do we have for thee? More information on this. Show me why there's this break, or what is this about? For pile number 3, show me now. The Moon. Things are coming into light, or maybe you have discovered, uncovered, unearthed things that had cracks in it. Okay, maybe, I feel like masks. I feel like people have been wearing a mask around you. With number 5, a lot of battles, a lot of contention. Ooh. A lot of walking the line. I'm hearing Johnny Cash. I can't help but think of Ring of Fire there. I wasn't going to bring it up before because, well, here we are. So, yeah, I'm hearing Johnny Cash. Maybe you guys like Johnny Cash, or maybe some of his songs may have like some merit. You might want to look up the lyrics. Totally up to you. But with the Moon energy, this could be even like a Cancer person, or a lot of Cancerian in their energy field. I'm going to say that things are being laid bare and open. And with the 10 of Pentacles, which is at the bottom of the deck, oh my gosh, look, 10 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, that is where your treasure lies in finding out the truth. So don't be afraid of this. Now, I can never say this word because I have a lot of words. Is it chasm, whatever? Chasm, I think it is. Oh, and this flipped. Oh my gosh, look, struggling to find self, broken reflection. So crossing this has something very much to do with who you are. I feel like you've been in like a stagnation or a situationship that has not been, you've not been fair to yourself, okay? And now you're getting things moving. You are breaking the spell, breaking the mirror. You could have been even feeling like you were kind of robotic, hypnotized, whatever the case may be. But by the next full moon, I feel like things are going to be revealed in a massive way. It could even render you feeling like very vulnerable, very much like, wow, I didn't really know you felt that way. Or like maybe a spouse or somebody you run across a text and you're like, I don't, care about so-and-so, I just care about their money. Or I'm just here for the food. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go along, but you get the gist of it, okay? So whatever it is that I feel like you discover can make you feel really vulnerable. By breaking this mirror, I feel like there is a need to rebuild again. But why is that? Because you need to find yourself. This has not been you, and the spell is broken, and that is really, really good. Why is it good? Because you have 10 of Pentacles here. This is like your God-given inheritance. It doesn't have to do with money at all. It could, but it doesn't have to. This is what makes you feel secure. This is loyalty. This is foundation. This is, I feel secure. This is what's important to me. Even if it's like a little shock, it doesn't make a difference. Maybe one or two of you could be inheritance. It could be. But, well, yeah, that would make sense. So the inheritance, you could have inherited. This is stuff that you've inherited, is yourself. But you went on a different path because you listened to other people and thought that they knew you better than you know yourself. And now you're struggling to find the path back to you. And that's why it's like, hey, I would typically, because it is my natural inherent belief that I can cross this easily, and now because you have been somebody else for so long, you're in doubt that you can even cross that little gap, okay? Nothing to fear there. Keep your eye focused on the prize and not overthinking, okay? One foot in front of the other is how you're going to get out of this mess. Be careful with getting stuck in your emotions too much. Although I do feel like there's a period of, I heard crash and burn. I heard crash and burn, where you might tank emotionally, and you know what? Give yourself that time. Why is the moon here? Show me why is the moon here. Please show me what I need to see for palette number 3. Show me now. These were supposed to be light readings, and they are not. My cup runneth over. I still feel like this is connected to palette number 2 with the hand being dipped in water, this water in particular, okay? Okay, let's see why this is here. Why is my cup runneth over here, please? Show me more. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. Show me now. Psychic dreams. Becoming more aware of your dreams can allow you to make better choices to avoid tragedy and embrace the positive changes that may be about to happen. So you could be having some really serious vivid dreams, things that you cannot explain. Sophisticated, you have a higher understanding of sex and sexuality. It's authentic and empowering, often having a shocking effect on people and provoking insecurity in others. So you could be a Don Juan, or I heard Mary J. Blige. I think that's her name. But anyways, so basically you could have a lot of sex appeal. And maybe somebody like attached to you and utilize your sacral chakra, like your sex against you, basically. Chameleon. Being a chameleon allows you to be able to mingle with different kinds of people and develop various aspects of yourself. Just be careful not to lose the real you. What did I just say? What the heck? Struggling to find yourself. Maybe you've been a chameleon for so long. Look, Undecided. What I tell you, I felt like there were masks in this reading. Here's a mask. Undecided. In this lifetime, you are given the opportunity to fully explore your options to prepare you for the next. As a result, you may have experienced many new adventures, okay? With those new adventures, I feel like maybe perhaps you became a chameleon, maybe, maybe even a heartbreaker. And so you easily inspire romantic feelings in others because your kindness and sweet approach, making you a heartbreaker. So I feel like in this case, you were hypersexualized, or you hypersexualize yourself, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like you've come way beyond like what your roots are, what your most authentic self is, okay? So changing in order to blend in, things like that is not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like maybe you went to the buffet one too many times and then it broke that mirror. Damn, that's the message, right? So maybe in the process of like exploring your sensuality and free love and I can be all things to all men, all women, whatever the case may be, and maybe even breaking hearts and things like that. I feel like something broke, like something transpired that really served to wake you up. And with this mask, I feel like you're even undecided. And it's not a matter of like, should I take off the mask? I feel like you want to, but you don't really know like ultimately who you are. Because with the moon, oh my gosh, don't fall, you little... Excuse me. I am not taking all those. I had like 50 cards fall. I really hate it when people say that too, though. Should I take them? What the hell? It's my channel. Do what I want. Look, I hate it when people drop cards and don't take them, so I'm taking them. One taste is all it took. I'm dealing with internal conflict. Yeah, I'll say, because you're still trying to find exactly who you are. So I feel like, anyways, basically what I started saying is that you visited buffet one too many times, and it had an adverse effect to where, you know, overindulgence can actually become a problem. And so I feel like whatever this was, it touched you to your core, or reminded you, or served to kind of awaken you in some way. And now you're undergoing like some major changes. So you're dealing with conflict. Your divinity awakens me. So maybe you met somebody who just kind of woke you up into like, do I want to wear a mask forever? Do I want to continue one of the phase? Or do I want like, you know, I don't know, professional chef, home cooked meal, something like that. Okay, I am resisting you, and fair enough. So struggling to find self. It's always good to find yourself before you go to a new partner or somebody from the past. I don't want no one to have you but me. Okay, so this is conflicting. You're having a lot of, so maybe you're resisting someone, someone's resisting you, but at the same token, you don't want anybody to have them, or vice versa. You broke down my walls when I was afraid. Yeah, I feel like this has to do with like breaking down mirrors. Seduced. Your energy has been seducing me, okay? And this is why the moon is down here too. I think things are coming to light that you ever wanted to face, or other people haven't wanted to face. I want you despite of the challenges. So a lot going on here. Dark negative forces are intervening. Okay, wow, look at that. Crazy images. So you're constantly on my mind, seducing my memories. Okay, so that was another card. Similar, our bond is unbreakable. Okay, I'm coming for you. I'm always watching you. Holding onto an old flame. So yeah, maybe this is somebody from your past, somebody that you could not get over, or whatever the case may be, and maybe you kind of went on a rampage of kind of tasting the spices of life, or whatever y'all want to call it. Holding on to an old flame. Control. Everything you do affects me. Watch what you say. Shh. Shh. I want to feed off your energy. No one can satisfy my hunger like you do. You really got a hold on me. Give me Aaliyah vibes. I pray for you, my love. Hide and seek. Come looking for me. Come chase me. Ooh. Are you part of that runner chaser dynamic? I'm trying to sustain myself. So again, this is like potentially feeding off of other things because you're not satiated. Is that satiated? Anyways, the S word, okay? Satisfied. Recovering. So maybe you're in a period of recovering right now. I don't like to be limited. Obviously. So there's been a lot going on. You have some different masks. And by the same token, it's like I feel like there's an element of you or somebody not wanting to let go, but also not let somebody else have that person from your past. Euphoric love. Oh, euphoric love making. Okay. Don't force me to love you or I'll run. Yeah, this is definitely a runner energy. Satisfy my thirst. I need more. And that's that. Let me go to the buffet because I'm going to stick my face in every blood goblet there is available. I'm full of rage. I will sabotage our connection. When we're not healed, we definitely do that. You feed me in ways no one else could. I fear you won't accept me for who I am. There's a lot of conflicting messages here. Come have some fun with me. So it's like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm ready for you. Don't turn your back on me. Erotic spiritual pleasures, and I'm resisting surrender. Okay, so definitely a lot of conflict. I think it's just going to stem and end with you deciding who it is that you want to be. You can continue being the chameleon, continue conquering the world if that's what you want, but has it gained you happiness? And I'm going to say, what the hell? The light went out. This light is about to go out. I feel like not. I feel like you're left in the dark, a little bit confused as to why your old tricks aren't really making you happy, regardless of how many guys are around you or women are around you, like feeding your ego or that you are messing with sexually. I feel like it's just not enough. Like it feels like an empty hollow victory now, and it seems like it's lackluster and no fun. By the same token, it's almost like don't tell me what to do. Fair enough. Been there, done that as well. Okay, so last messages. Let's see. Last message for pile number 3. Pile number 3. Why is the 10 of Cups here? How can we help? Pile number 3. Show me now. Frankly, it's just a battle of skin. Oh, resilience. You don't give up despite of obstacles ahead. You know how to take care of yourself and find peace in the storms of life. You could have happiness. Healing hands. I think pile number 1 had this. You're able to use universal energy with your hands to help people alleviate spiritual, physical, or mental suffering and clear energetic blockages. Maybe you want to go to a Reiki healer, something like that. Storyteller. You have the ability to express life through stories and enhance your magic with symbols. Spirit may also communicate with you through synchronicities. And I'm going to say that I do feel like you are someone that, look, fashionista. You could be like really smooth eye candy. Well, the ladies love you, the guys envy you, or vice versa, or maybe all of them. Equal opportunity offender here. I feel like with a storyteller, not only do you have the ability to tell stories, but I feel like you're opening up to hearing and seeing things that you have never heard or seen before, because that mirror, that illusion is broken. And now you're getting like to the reality of, I want to say, your own spirit, your own core level of who you are. And I feel like you're going to see synchronicities and reminders that Spirit sends you, whether, you know, at work or watching a movie or in nature, or you hear something that reminds you. So keep an eye open for synchronicities, because you have the power to turn this. Look, knowing. You have the ability to connect on a deeper level with people and talk in ways that they feel heard. Being able to penetrate their veil often leaves people feeling vulnerable. Now, what did we just talk about like 25,000 minutes ago? Look, feeling vulnerable right here. So I feel like you have the ability to do this in a knowing, but I think that the script has flipped, and now you're the one who somebody knows something about you, or you feel exposed to them and you feel naked and vulnerable. Okay, not a bad thing at all. Air. You have a strong connection to air element. linked with the mind, the intellect, communication, and divination. Be sure to spend time outdoors to recharge yourself. Yes. So the vibe I'm basically getting, I feel like I kind of communicated that, but I think that you have spent a large part of your time, energy, effort trying to blend in. And maybe you have formed some really like dark connections and some ideas that it's like catch me if you can, hide and seek, a little bit of like the player vibe, a lot of bit of it's like I want to indulge. Is it hedonistic? Is that how you pronounce it? Anyways, I know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you know what I'm trying to say, but basically I feel like it's entirely up to you. It's your call, obviously, what you want to do. I feel like I want to get like more energy on struggling to find self, because outside of everything else, I feel like this is the main thing, is whether relationship, no relationship, situationship, nobody cares, right? Ultimately, it's on finding your happiness, finding yourself back to you. Show me more about broken reflections. Why is this here for pile number 3? Show me now. Ooh, the Tower. Not surprised. So yeah, you have definitely had a major catalyst. Something is being burnt to the ground. Even you guys were talking a lot about sex, right? And if you guys want, there's an old school song that's like Orange Juice Jones. You're just a squirrel trying to get a nut, and that's what I think of whenever I see this. So I feel like that part of you is burning to the ground, and it's like you're kind of salty about it. You're like, what the hell? I was happy, I was fine, I was, I had it all figured out, I was content, and I felt like I was living my life, and all of a sudden, boom, leveled to the ground. It's almost like you woke up in the midst of a dream, and now you have to make some decisions and kind of rebuild. This tower, by the way, I feel like you built, on a wearing mask and a chameleon-like, and kind of indulging in everything. But it's like somebody told me once, it's like if everything is special and precious, then nothing is. And so if you're jumping from bed to bed to bed, and that's your life, well, whatever, that's great. But keep in mind, it's like it just feels to me like that sort of, I don't even know how to express it. It's kind of like a perversion of your body. It's almost like, okay, well, you get great pleasure of sampling the wares of, the timeless buffet or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like you're waking up to the fact that that has really brought you nothing, because there's nothing solid. If lightning struck here and this was built on solid ground, well, big deal, lightning struck, but this is coming down to the ground. So 9 of Cups, I feel like you are finding, look, 9 of Cups twice, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So you have coming a lot of happiness, a lot of stability, emotional happiness and fulfillment, okay? But it's painful to leave a situation that you have long been involved in, okay? Behavior, certain type of behavior, whatever. So whatever this is that you've been kind of accumulating, maybe it doesn't have to do with sex. Maybe it just has to do with, saying yes to everybody and pretending to be something that you're not, or someone that you're not. 3 of Pentacles tells me that there's more than one person involved. It still makes me feel like it's like relationship based. 4 of Wands, this affects your home. The wheel also, okay, so we got the wheel again, things turning for the better. Now you're taking an old ass energy and transmuting it into clear, clean energy. How do you do that? By taking off your mask, by being most authentically you, not by fulfilling anyone else's desire, not by being tied around the neck, but by gambling, that by you revealing what it is that you truly want, who it is that you truly want, what it is that you want to do, okay, even if it is this behavior. And I don't feel like that is going to go well for you, but I think that asking questions such as like, well, why does that fulfill me so, or whatever, because ultimately you have to sleep with yourself, you have to wake up with yourself. You are the one that has to look into that mirror and decide, I like what I see, I don't like what I see, I can sleep with myself or I don't. So I feel like you're rising out of this deep darkness coming into like a brain fog of sorts. You could be even feeling kind of like heavy brain fog coming out of depression. I don't know. But I definitely feel like the more that you are aware, the more that you put this up and get some sunlight, by the way, into spirit, to God, to whomever it is that you believe in, that will transmute you into something that is clear energy for you. You'll feel once again like on top of the world, energetic, things are going well, no matter what it is that you decide. But I feel like having self-respect for you and other people are going to be key here. And most of all, being real, that you can look at yourself in the mirror. Okay? So that is what I have. Look, and then we end it with justice. It could be Libra energy. Oh, wait. And then look, Ace of Cups. So you have a lot of like happiness, fulfillment. You just need to balance this out. And I do feel like you are going to achieve that balance, because in this, I see the scales right. And let me hold this up. I was done, but I'm not done. The scales of justice, right? And we see this, this figure here, which is like the old you. You know, basically ending old ways, old behavior, old addictions. And I feel like this is a new, like, feeling peace, feeling comfort, feeling like whole, all by yourself. It's like you don't need anything. So I feel like your heart chakra is going to be opening up. And you'll still have periods of time where you're a little bit in a brain fog. But I feel like the path that you're going to be walking is a lot more joyful, a lot more stable, a lot more balanced, and a lot happier. Six of Pentacles is looking for equal give and take, balance. Balance of what? Equitable energy. People that have the same ideas, mindset, heart set, whatever the case may be, okay? So I hope that this helped you. If it did, give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. Much love to you. Namaste.